everybody. God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. Woo! Hello, universe.
Hello, universe.
And welcome back to the Mrs. Wonderful Show. I am so glad and honored that you have chosen to join us on today. So welcome, my children.
How you doing, universe?
Well, welcome to Therapy TV, where we don't just talk, we connect.
Connect with you. And you might hear a cat in the background. She floating around here, so excuse the kitty cat.
Yeah.
This is Miss Wonderful's cat that's floating around the studio today.
Yes, and she's very talkative.
Very talkative.
Very talkative.
Me to death all day today. Yeah.
Yes. Well, everybody, Tony is back.
Back again.
Yes, and he is looking marvelous. You see, he cut his hair.
Thank you.
Looking fabulous.
You're looking fabulous as well.
Thank you.
I can't match your energy, but yeah.
Well, okay. Well, let's get on with the show, shall we?
I need some coffee today. I'm feeling a little sleepy.
Oh, man.
That's why my energy is not matching yours.
You guys, when I finish with the show, I am going to brew me some coffee. I love coffee.
Give me a cup.
Yeah.
I'm a little sleepy.
I like tea.
Show's got to go on.
Yeah.
I like tea more too, but I need that coffee for that.
For the
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, well, let's go ahead and get on with today's discussion.
All right, what are we going to tongue tied. What are we going to be discussing today?
We're going to be discussing,
Yes.
have you ever had to be someone other than yourself?
Okay.
Yes. So, so it's, the topic today is, have you ever had to be someone other than yourself?
Okay.
Yes. Well, let me start off and tell you guys this. It was this time I had to, the time I had to be someone other than myself is when I traveled to New York City.
Okay.
And I wore a frown on my face. I was told that if I walk around with a smile on my face, people would know I wasn't from New York. And I don't know how true this is, but that's what I heard. I wanted to smile and show the world who I was and who I am. And so I pretended to be someone other than myself, you know. So I don't know if, you know, people say that New York is like kind of like people mean, you know, and I thought that if I didn't have a smile on my face, they would think that I'm just, you know, so serious and tough and, you know. So, Tony, have you ever, you know, been to New York, and do you know anything, I mean, with the situation, have you ever heard of this, people doing that?
Well, I am actually from New York myself.
Sweet.
Brooklyn, born and raised. Based on what you're telling me, I've heard that before. And well, I guess me being from the city, I guess it's kind of sort of natural. You kind of mind your own business in the city, so I guess that's why whoever told you what they told you to kind of just kind of be to yourself and kind of, you know, be about your business and going on about your day pretty much, you know. But as far as having a frown on your face all the time, you know, it's just, I don't want to say it's a no-nonsense city, but everybody pretty much minds their own business. So as you're walking down the street, you just kind of just doing your own thing, got your headphones on, going on about your life pretty much, you know. So as far as the frown, I don't know about the frown, but, you know, I guess they was kind of telling you that, meaning like, you know, just going about your business.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of not, well, the city's kind of changed now. It's a lot different than what it was back in the day. But as of now, what I can say is, you know, I would say there's a lot more, I want to say there's a lot more friendlier people there, but, you know, I go back and forth and visit, so it's still a different city from what I remember. But going back to what you were saying, as far as the frown, I don't think it's more of a frown. It's just more like minding your own business in the city, so to say. Yeah.
But you know what? Since we're talking about New York, what do you like about New York?
I like the city life. It's exciting. You know, you always seem to find something to do when you're in New York. There's an energy in the air that makes you want to go. It makes you want to keep on moving. And even if you ain't got nothing to do, you just want to move and groove and just go and go constantly, you know. So it's just the overall energy of the city, you know. Very crowded though. Very, 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 very crowded. So if you're not used to a lot of people on the street at one given time, then maybe, you know, it might not be for you. But I grew up in the city, and I'm always going to be a city dude. That's just in me. It's always going to be there. And once again, we're getting off subject.
No, I got you.
Go back.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. But I just wanted to know, how did you like New York? In case somebody else was like wondering, I wonder how's New York. So I figured since you're from there, we can ask you. But
I love it. I mean, but you know, it's either for you or it's not for you. You know, some people can go up there and they can adjust to the city life, and you know, they turn out loving it. You know, they end up loving it, and how it, you know, just like I said, it's the energy of the city. But then you have some people that go there and they're like, okay, this is too busy, it's too much, I can't deal with this fast type of lifestyle. You know, so it's something that you have to experience for yourself. You know, either you go there, you're either gonna love it or you're not gonna love it. It's kind of like you're not gonna be in between. Either you're gonna love the city life or you're not going to love the city life. It's one of those things. It's not like, well, I kind of love it, but I don't love it. It's either, okay, I like it or I don't like it. You know, it's one of those things. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we're going to go right on back to our discussion.
Back into the discussion.
Okay. So, let's see. When was a time when you had to be someone other than yourself?
I'm really trying to think, and because I feel like we've all been there. We've all had situations where we had to kind of come out of our shell, so to say, or play the part of somebody that we maybe didn't want to be. The kind of I don't know. I'm trying to say it in a way where you know, I don't want to throw people off and say that. You know, because a lot of people might say, well, you kind of be somebody that you're not, then you're kind of being fake. You know, but then again, you know, okay, I'll give a prime example. I guess when you're dating somebody, you know, you're kind of showing like a little bit of a representation of who you are on the first and second dates. You know, you're showing the person that you want the person to perceive you to be, till eventually you get to that point where you start showing who you really are. You know, but that's kind of straying away from the question that you asked me.
That's almost like being someone other.
Yes,
that actually is like being someone other than yourself.
You're being yourself, but you're kind of being the best parts of yourself. You're not really.
You're being the self that person that you're trying to date.
Yeah, you want them to perceive this certain type of person that you are putting out there.
Right.
Know? You might not necessarily show them that you got a little tick going on in your brain in the beginning. Not to say that everybody's crazy and nothing like that, but you know, you're not really showing them the true flavor of who you are. You know, I don't know, because I've been married for a minute, so I haven't dated in forever. So, you know, I'm going back to thinking like when I first started dating my wife, I was kind of showing her the representation of who I was, but I was also giving her the true me. The true version of me, and plus I was young, so you know, I guess you know, I don't know, man. I guess when you're younger, you really ain't trying to show a representation of who you are. You kind of just being who you are when you're younger. I think that more comes into play when you get older. Not just with dating, but I think with anything. I think when you first start dating somebody, or when you first go on a job interview, or even when you're meeting people for the first time, you could be meeting new friends for the first time, and you're showing them sort of a representation of who you are. You're showing them the best parts of yourself. You know what I mean? Then eventually, as it continues, you start to show who you really are. So I think in some form or fashion, in some way, we all do that. We all show them who we. What was the question? What was the
being someone
being
other?
We all show them. I got lost real quick.
Being someone other than yourself.
You kind of be you're kind of in the beginning. I think when you're always meeting somebody in the beginning, you're kind of being somebody that other than yourself. You're being yourself, but you're also not being yourself. You know, you're not pretty much showing them all the flaws that come along with you being a person. You know, and I think that makes us, you know, that just makes us human beings. You know, we got good parts of ourselves, and we also have flaws, because that's the nature of being a human being, especially as you get older. You know, I'm 37 now, and I'm finding out a lot of things about myself, good and bad, and it's more of a thing where, okay, well, I can work on, you know, the good stuff, keep continuing to work on the good stuff, and I can learn how to improve on the bad things. Why do I feel like I'm always talking to death?
Woo!
Like I'm taking over your show, and I don't want to do that.
It's okay. That means God is blessing you, sending you in another direction. So maybe one day.
But I don't want to dominate your show. I feel like I'm dominating the show.
No,
like, you asked me to talk, and I just
you're fine. And actually, you know, you're talking about flaws, which made me think. You know, God put this on my heart, is that we have flaws. We're the ones with flaws.
Right.
God is the one that's perfect, and He has no flaw.
True.
You know, so it's just thinking that, you know, we have flaws, and I just wanted to just kind of mention that, you know, we have flaws, so, you know, sometimes we are imperfect, you know.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. You know what we should do one day?
Yeah.
We should have a show where we just talk about random topics.
Wow.
Because we're on a topic, and then we end up going this way, and then we go this way. The topic's right here, and we go to the left, and we go to the right.
You mean you?
Well, yeah, I guess it is.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Tony.
I think that'll be a cool format. I'm changing up the show. My bad. Sorry.
Well,
and I'm taking Mr. Bumpkin's spot. Well, I'm not taking his spot forever. I'm not taking his spot forever, but, you know, Mr. Bumpkins has his things that he does, and, you know, I come in and I fill in for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you, children of the universe. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I hope you're enjoying yourself wherever you may be. I just love you so much, and Mr. Tony, I'm sure he loves you as well.
As you see, I guess I like talking. We should go live too.
Okay.
I'm making a whole lot of suggestions, and this is not my show. But anyway, this is what we do here.
Yeah.
No, this is what Tony does here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I believe. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm done, because if I have anything else I add, I'll be another 20 minutes. So,
okay.
No.
Well, universe, I love you, and we're gonna go on with the show.
Continue on.
Okay. And now for our history lesson.
Okay.
Our history lesson for all of y'all pottery lovers out there. For the people who don't know what pottery is dishes, plates, cups, cooking pots, and storage jars made out of clay. Did you know that clay is cheap and easy to get? It is also waterproof and very beautiful. And you know, you can make very unique pieces. People started making pottery out of East Asia in both China and Japan around 14,000 BC, long before they started farming. Isn't that interesting? And I want to say this. I remember when I was a nail tech, I had a customer that used to come and sit in my seat, and she saw that I needed a holder for people who wears jewelry. So she made me a jewelry holder made out of pottery. So you can just, you know, they can take their jewelry off and set it in the side. So I love this piece of pottery. So pottery can be very sentimental to you, you know, so if you find a beautiful piece. So, Mr. Tony, have you ever, you know, how do you feel about pottery? Do you... Go ahead, you got something to say?
I'm not going to go far, but I'm just going to say...
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just going to say I went to school for it, and I actually used to make pottery.
Wow.
She had a class in ceramic making, and you learn about the whole process of making things out of clay. Ooh. And very interesting and educational process. You know, actually made things out of clay, just like that.
Okay.
I actually was on the potter's wheel, which is if nobody don't know what the potter's wheel is. If you remember the movie Ghost, when she's actually creating the pot on this wheel that she's working on, I actually did work on that. So yes, I did things just like that of making it out of clay, and you put it in this oven and you fire it up so you fire it up to a certain temperature. And I can't remember the temperature, but I know it's extremely hot. You fire it up, you pretty much cook it. You cook it, you fire it up, and then once you fire it up, it gets in this kind of form, in this state, and then what you do, you paint over it. So after you paint it, it's pretty much like a dull matte color. You put it back in the oven, cook it up some more, and it comes out this shiny, I want to say shiny ceramic feel, but it turns out to be that
like a glaze.
Like it's a glaze. Pretty much that's what it is. I said paint, but it's pretty much a glaze.
Okay.
You put the glaze on it, you put it in the oven, you fire it up, and it comes out looking like that. So yeah, I'm not going to go no further with talking because I'm going to keep on going. So,
okay.
But yes, I have had some pottery experience while I was in college learning art. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very fun to do. Very fun. It's very fun. Very relaxing. Very relaxing, and it stimulates the creative juices inside of you. You never know what you can create once you get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that is it for our history lesson today. I hope that you have learned something about pottery, because I know I have. And thank you, Mr. Tony. Thank you for your experience. So, yeah, thank you. Welcome. So, on for our book of the day.
All right.
Our book of the day is The Adventures of Rainbow Girl series. This is not Rainbow Meets Hannah. This is actually Rainbow Surprise 16th birthday party at the Emerald Library.
This is book number 2.
Yep, this is book number 2 of the Adventures of Rainbow Girl series, written by my friend Lakita T. Sharp.
Okay.
Her series is about following your heart. All of her characters experience some kind of adversity. So please check out her books at Amazon or at Amazon, BarnesandNobles.com, and other places. Like her on Facebook at Lakita T. Sharp, and visit her website at www.lsharp.simplesite.com. All right, Tony, once again, I'm going to ask you, do you have anything else you want? I mean, you have...
I think I've said enough today.
Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say. Do you have anything else?
Do I have to say anything?
Yes.
I just want to say be blessed today.
Okay.
As you go out and enjoy your day. And I want to also say to pray for the world, because there's so many things that are happening out there.
A lot of
things that's going on. People are going crazy.
A lot of situations going on in this world right now, and it's you say it's a praying time. It's a praying time. Pray for families that are both known and unknown, and people that you don't even know. Because we're going through a hurting time right now. It's a changing world. It's a very changing, but it's a changing world. It's a lot going on.
Yeah. So please be prayerful for the world. All right. Well, if you have a question for me, Mrs. Wonderful, or Tony, please send us an email at ksharpkids@gmail.com. Again, that's ksharpkids@gmail.com.
As I said before, send us some questions, ask us some things, even if you have show ideas, show topics, show ideas, and maybe we can touch on and get it out there to the universe.
Yes. Yeah. Well, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And as always, God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. God loves you, God loves me, and God loves everybody. Bye, universe.
Good night, universe.
Shutterstock Music.